That was the first step towards disaster. The Sussexes have been severely discredited in the UK as a result of Meghan and Harry's constant complaining and pointing fingers. To all the viewers of this UK Royal News Trend news channel, a hearty welcome. According to a recent poll, Harry and Meghan's standing in British public opinion has taken yet another dive since the premiere of their scandalous Netflix documentary. A new poll shows that 86% of Brits have formed a less favourable opinion of the Sussexes since the first 3 episodes were released. Meanwhile, only 4% have a more positive impression of the duo. According to our source, most struggling Britons would have a hard time empathising with 2 multimillionaires who, at the age of 40, continue to hold hands in public like they're still in high school. They never stop complaining about their troubled lives. They have made a living off of spreading rumours about the royal family and have insulted us Brits on multiple occasions, so it's no surprise that most of the population is sick of hearing about them. They're boring and predictable now that they have nothing new to say. It's a shame that instead of doing good with their titles, they turn them into cash cows. The percentage of people who have a worse opinion of the Sussexes is currently 86%, and it is expected to rise in the next few days or weeks. What, if anything, do they do with their lives now, besides regale listeners with tall tales? It's getting ridiculous. For millions of people, it would be preferable if it were over and they could put it out of their minds as soon as possible. Millions of people who are stressed out and living in poverty could not care less about the squabbling of the wealthy Sussexes. The British nationality eventually gave in and watched for 30 minutes before turning it off. All of the whining and backstabbing had gotten to be too much. Yes, the wealthy and privileged are crying over nothing. Unfortunately, they are completely deluded, so I would advise they seek professional help. All they do is complain about their own complaints. They have been shown to themselves to be completely passive-aggressive and unpleasant, in addition to be completely irrelevant. Meghan has devised a horrible scheme. We don't have the same success with victim mentality as the Americans do in the United States. The underdog story and modesty are cornerstones of our cultural heritage. Therefore, our humour is unparalleled. There's nothing left in me to feel sorry about them, so I hope they go away and find happiness elsewhere. Someone else on the ballot questions the type of man who would watch while his wife tore his family apart. I'm curious as to what goes through his feeble mind when Meghan announces her next hatchet job. He seems hopeless and no amount of intervention seems to be able to bring out his old self. She has accomplished her goal. Harry's character, credibility, likability, and reputation have all been severely damaged, and he has no chance of returning to public life in Britain. Everyone who shook his hand, walked with him, or sat at the same table as him has probably already sprayed down their floors, dry cleaned their clothes, and disposed of any other evidence of their association with him. A supporter remarked, "I honestly think that stupid, devious woman thought it was a popularity contest as to who became king out of William and Harry, and when she realised it wasn't, she was so annoyed at the thought of being lower in the pecking order that she started to poison the prince's mind." I'll never forget her regal gaze as she surveyed the monarch from the palace balcony. They make me feel sick to my stomach. What the dummy doesn't find it odd that they're both cut off from most of their families. But I just wanted to warn you about something. They decided to make a mockumentary featuring their truths and skewed stories and perceptions in order to make money. Those members of the new California crowd they're trying to court will quickly stop listening to these 2 nitwits, because if Meghan and Harry would do this to the royal family, they would do it to anyone. They follow them around like a hawk, with this photographer following them around at all times. She secretly worked out a deal with Netflix to capitalize on her relationship with the royal family from the start. And now she takes a cameraman everywhere they go, so she can say things like, "Oh, and this was taken at Frogmore. Did you know I knew the Queen? We were so close. Blah, blah, blah." Both have released trailers for their latest Netflix offering, which feature material that has nothing to do with the film. They consistently contradict themselves, leaving listeners to wonder what, if anything, they say is true. Many of the people they've leveled accusations at have publicly denied the allegations, including many in royal circles who are known for their discretion. Finally, they have always claimed to value privacy, especially for their children, but new photos completely disprove this. Is it hard for you to fathom why they have lost what little popularity they once held? Those people are just out for the glory and the cash. She has always used Harry to further her own goals. To sum up this sad saga, let's just say that you should have seen it coming when your middle-aged son brought home his girlfriend and instead demanded, actually, that they all agree that she was his mother, reincarnated. When Harry says, "She's like my mother and I am my mother's son," he has no idea how dependent, stuck in the past, and pitiful he sounds. Without your illustrious mother, who are you, Harry? After she has broken up his family, she will take his children away from him and drain his remaining sanity. They were already estranged when she forced Harry to do the same. He is a coward and a weakling. He has trouble seeing her through. In a few years she will reject him. When his children grow up without him, that's when the pain will really begin. He has nobody to rely on but himself now. While I strongly disapprove of what he is doing to his wife and children for the sake of wealth, I can't help but feel sorry for him. It's not going to end well. She'll soon kick H to the curb, take him to the cleaners, and then sell their downfall story to Netflix or La La Land because all she ever wanted was the royal title. Look at how bad things are right now. People can't afford to heat their homes, and put food on the table. They turn on the TV and they see a multi-millionaire couple crying into their hands about how tough life is. They left the royal family, started a normal life, and eventually became wealthy. I don't understand why they don't just go out and enjoy themselves. Watching them complain and whine about everything is pathetic beyond words. These individuals are given far more respect than they should receive. They already stated that they wanted to leave, so let's let them. The media needs to stop covering them. To what end does everyone seem so fixated on him? Is it worthwhile to keep tabs on these people? There is no rational, upright person in the world that I can imagine having a favourable opinion of them now. Before announcing they would be unemployed royals, they lied, manipulated people and the facts, and paid others to get photographs. As a group, they deserve all the contempt they get. Is that so? Your thoughts on Harry and Meghan? Please share your thoughts in the comments section and join the conversation about this couple. Please remember to like and share our video with anyone who enjoys it, if you enjoyed watching it tonight. Please continue to subscribe to the UK Royal News Trend news team and show your support. To all of you who have been following along, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you.